What if your brain could see but not recognize? What if you woke up speaking differently and didn't understand why? What if you were fully conscious, aware of everything around you but unable to move? These are not fictional scenarios. They are medically documented cases that forced scientists to rethink how the brain works. Tonight we explore real moments when the human brain glitched. We often think of the brain as one unified system, a single control center. But neuroscience has revealed something more complex. The brain is a network of specialized systems. Vision is processed in one region, emotion in another, speech, memory, each has its own pathways. Most of the time, these systems communicate seamlessly. But when one pathway disconnects, reality can change. And sometimes it changes in ways that feel impossible. A man sits across from his wife. He studies her face. He hears her voice, but calmly he says, "She looks like her, but she isn't her." He believes she had been replaced by an identical imposter. This condition is known as Capgras Syndrome. It is rare, but it is real. Brain scan reveals something remarkable. The visual recognition pathway, the system that identifies faces, was intact. But the emotional pathway, the one that signals familiarity and attachment, was disrupted. So the brain could identify the face, but it could not feel the connection. And without emotional confirmation, the mind created an explanation. This must be someone else. But recognition can fail in the opposite direction too. Some individuals suffer from a condition called Prosopagnosia, also known as face blindness. They can see perfectly. They can describe facial features, but they cannot recognize even close family members by face alone. They rely on voice, hair, clothing. This revealed something critical. Facial recognition is not general vision. It is a highly specialized function, a dedicated network, and when it fails, the world becomes unfamiliar. But identity is not the only system that can shift unexpectedly. In 1914, a woman in Norway suffered a brain injury during a bombing. When she recovered, something strange had changed. She sounded German. Her vocabulary had not changed. Her intelligence had not changed. But the rhythm, tone, and pronunciation of her speech were altered. This condition became known as foreign accent syndrome. It does not mean someone had learned a new language. It means tiny changes in speech-motor coordination alter how words are formed. To listeners, it sounds foreign. To the brain, it is simply disrupted timing, which revealed another truth. Speech is not one skill, it is choreography. And sometimes, movement itself can disappear. Imagine this: you are awake, fully awake. You can hear conversations around you. You can think clearly, but you cannot move. Not your arms, not your legs, not your voice. This is locked-in syndrome, caused by damage to a small but critical area of the brainstem. The conscious mind remains active, but the motor pathways are disconnected. Some patients communicate by blinking. Some use eye-tracking device. Their minds are intact, but their bodies cannot respond. This condition forced neurologists to reconsider a profound question. How do we define consciousness? In 1985, a man named Clive Wearing developed a viral infection that damaged his hippocampus. When he awoke, his short-term memory lasted only seconds. He repeatedly believed he had just regained consciousness. He wrote in his journal dozens of times per day, "Now I am truly awake." Yet something remarkable remained. He could still play the piano beautifully, His procedural memory, the memory of skill, was intact. This showed that memory is not one system. It is layered: emotional memory, procedural memory, episodic memory. When one layer fails, others may survive. The brain feels seamless, but it is built from specialized systems working in coordination. When those systems communicate properly, reality feels stable. When one connection weakens, reality shifts. Not because the world changed, but because the wiring did. If you are fascinated by how science explains the impossible and want more real cases explored calmly and clearly, consider subscribing. We explore strange events, rare conditions, and moments in history that quietly reshaped what we know. Because sometimes the most unbelievable stories are medically documented.